Hello the internet, and welcome to another fast video workshop with the CNRL Library Innovation Studio and Library Children's Services. Today we're going to show you how to make Chewy ANZAC biscuits, and all you're going to need for that is rolled oats, desiccated coconut, plain flour, sugar, golden syrup, bicarb soda, butter, a mixing bowl, a saucepan, a cup measure, teaspoon, tablespoon, a mixing spoon, a baking tray, and an oven. Now this doesn't take long in the oven, you just need to preheat your oven to 140 degrees for fan forced or 160 otherwise, or check our other video workshop and we'll show you how to build a solar cooker so you can cook these biscuits using just pure sunlight. Now, first step, we need to melt some butter. Now say 125 grams of butter, but you probably won't need to weigh it. After all, we know there's 250 grams in here, so we just need half this block. Some of them even have handy measurements on here for you. So 50 grams, 100 grams, 150, 125 is just in between. So all we need to do is open this up and chop down the middle and put half of it in our saucepan. And we're just going to melt this over a gentle heat. We don't want it bubbling, we just want it to turn from a solid into a liquid. Give it a little bit of a swirl or a stir. Maybe even take it off the heat if it looks like it's going to start bubbling. Once it's half melted, you can pretty much take it off the heat. By the time you've done everything else, that'll be melted nicely because the block will still be taking on heat from the liquid butter around it. Okay, that's nearly melted. We'll just leave that there for a second. Now for the easy bit. We need 1 cup measure of rolled oats. We need 1 cup measure of plain flour. Yep. We need 1 cup measure of sugar. Yep. And we need 1 cup measure of desiccated coconut. Easy. Now into that we need 1 teaspoon of bicarb soda. There we go. And we need 2 tablespoons of lovely golden syrup. 1. This should be fairly heaped on the first one at least, because it all sticks to the spoon. 2, and the second one, just chuck that spoon in. And we need our melted butter. That's all beautiful liquid now. Dip that in and stir it up. Okay, and combine all this together. Look at that, you can see all the rolled oats coming up. That is a beautiful mixture. Get your baking tray. You want to put a bit more butter on here just to grease the surface so the biscuits don't stick. Easy as that. Get a tablespoonful of mixture and just whack it in your hand. Roll into a bit of a ball and then flatten it out and put it on to your surface. There's a biscuit right there. You don't want to make them too big. The joy of these is they're nice and gooey in the middle. If you make one gigantic big one, you're probably going to end up with super dry edges, a super wet middle, and it just won't be quite right. So in this case, getting the balance right is a good idea. Make sure you put a little bit of a gap between your biscuits because they will spread out a little bit as they cook. These are going to go into the oven for only 10 minutes, although if you're using our solar oven, probably more like 3 hours. Okay, we'll put that in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes, 140 degrees for fan forced, or 160 for conventional oven. Okay, woo, pretty hot, make sure you use oven gloves. And that's it, they turned out pretty good. And they go perfectly with a cup of tea. We hope you enjoyed this workshop and eating the biscuits. Keep watching to find out what you'll need for the next fast video workshop. Today we're going to show you how you can cook using nothing but the power of the sun and some stuff you've probably got in your recycling, especially after opening all those Christmas presents. We're building a solar cooker and we'll cook some biscuits in this today. For this workshop all you're going to need some plastic trays. Meat trays are good, you want something that's very see-through and doesn't have any holes in it. You need a cardboard box. You'll need a black pot or pan. You'll need some tin foil, glue, scissors, some tape and the power of the sun.